Alright, you guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part 1 of getting ready with me, and I'm going to try and do the best I can to do a tutorial for you guys on my base face. So we're going to start off with our primer, and for this I'm going to use the Tarte Double Duty Beauty base tape primer. And I would just squeeze this on my face, and I'm almost out of this. And I would just rub it in. Just massage it into your skin. You just massage it into your skin, and I let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes to kind of just let it dry and get a little bit tacky. And then we will come back and go in with some foundation. Okay, I let that sit for a little bit. I got my beauty blenders damp. I am going to take a little bit of this eye primer on each of my lids. Just a tiny dab. Just to kind of help, because I'm going to put a little bit of concealer there. And I just want it to kind of help get the concealer to stay better and not crease, so the eyeshadow is more flawless. So you just massage that in on your eyelids. Alright, now we're going to go in with our foundation. So I have this Hey Honey CC Cream Foundation. It says light to medium. If this ain't my shade, I'm going to mix it with this Super Pale Stay Matte Foundation. But we're going to try and get away with just the CC cream. And it might work. It's a little dark. So I'll just take this on my face a little bit. Just I'm almost out of this too. Just like that. Oh, did not mean to do that. 1 second. Okay, it's a little dark for my skin tone, so I am going to go back and kind of take a little bit of this Stay Matte foundation and kind of just use this with it to lighten it up just a little bit. I'm kind of just taking my finger and blending that together. That other side needs lightened just a little bit more. Just like that. Alright. And then I will go in with this damp sponge. And I will just start tapping that into my skin. Just tap, 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 tap. Just tap, 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 tap. And we're going to do that all over the entire face. You just want to tap, tap, tap. You don't want to smudge. You just want to tap it very lightly. So just kind of tap it all over until it's blended in with your skin pretty good. And you will be good to go. And again, this is damp, and I did spray a little bit of setting spray on the end to kind of help it. Okay, now that we got that all blended in, I just tapped and just blended it in to my liking. And those two shades mixed together were perfect for my skin tone. You don't have to mix shades together. Just use any foundation. And I just feel like dabbing it with a beauty blender gives me that more flawless finish. Okay, now we're gonna go in with concealer. I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this stuff has more of a pink undertone, so we're just gonna do a little bit right there and right there, and then we're gonna do the other side. and then down like the bridge of our nose. And I'm going to take a smaller beauty blender. It's also damp and sprayed with setting spray. And I'm going to dab that in with this beauty blender. Just tap, tap, tap. Same thing I did with the foundation. Okay. You see, I just tapped until it was blended in. Just tap, just like that. And then we're gonna go in with some cream bronzer. I have recently just started doing cream bronzer. I feel like it adds more like definition to my face. And so I'll go in with like a brush kind of like that. And this is gonna be more of like a subtle look. So I'm going to go in with this middle shade right here. And I just tap this in there. And I'll just take it right on my cheekbones. And I don't blend it yet. I just tap it in with the brush. And then, of course, I'll take it to my forehead. Just like that. And then I'll go in with this brush and kind of start to blend it. Just up and down. Just like that. And then we'll do the other side. And then I'll just go and start blending upwards towards my hairline with that same brush on my forehead, just blending up towards my hairline, just like that. Okay, and then I go in with a cream blush. This is the Peach Sunset Cream Blush from Tarte, and I'll go in with that same brush, kind of just dab it off on a wipe, and I'll go in with that same brush, and I'll put that right above and up where I did that bronzer. And it's going to be a little dark, but we're going to lighten it up in just a second. So kind of just, and then blend upwards again. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a pressed powder. This is the BB Pressed Powder by Pharmacy. I'm going to take a big powder brush, and I'm going to tap into this, and I'm going to place that around that contour and blush, and put this in the places where I put that foundation. And then I will go back and take a tiny bit over that contour and blush. And then we will literally blend. Just take this brush and just blend your heart out. Like, do it lightly. Like, don't scrub your face off, but just blend all of that together, because you want your contour and your blush to like go in with the foundation. You don't want like any harsh lines, which I have one right there. So I just blended it out, and I'll do the same thing to the other side. Do the forehead. And then I'll take this very lightly and swipe away that excess from the setting powder. There. You see how pretty that is? Alright, next we're going to do bronzer. Oops. Alright, so the bronzer I'm going to use is this bronzer right here in this Complex Culture Pleasure Points palette. And I'm going to take this double-sided brush that you can get from pharmacy, and sometimes I use this end to blend out concealer. Sometimes I'll use this end for blush, powder, whatever. But I'm going to take this shade. I'm just going to tap in there. And I'm going to put that right on top. And it's going to be a little dark. I don't tap off any excess because I go back and blend it all together later. And I'm just putting this in the same spot on my cheekbones where I put that cream bronzer. And then again on the forehead where my hairline is. And I just kind of tap it up there. Just like that. And then I'll go and I'll kind of just blend it a little bit more with that same brush. And then what I like to do is I get my bronzer darker, and then I'll take that powder brush and kind of blend it out, because this just blends it better, just like that. And I'll do the same thing to this side, and then I'll do the same thing to my forehead. It kind of blend up towards that hairline, and I'll go in like circular motions. Just like so. Just like so. And I'm gonna do my brows in this video as well, because I don't do a lot to my brows. So I don't need a whole separate video for that. So we're gonna do brows, and then I'll show you guys the blush, and then I will close out this video and you'll see the rest of my makeup done in a separate video. Well, like my eyes. So be right back. Alright, so I've already done this brow. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do this brow. So I just kind of take a spoolie and I kind of just brush my brows upward to kind of get my hairs going in basically like the same direction, really. And then I'll just take like a pencil and I will kind of line the bottom, and then I will line the tops. And I kind of just follow the shape of like my natural brows. And I'm recording this video with my ring light, and I'm sitting on the floor because I wanted to be able to be close to the camera to actually show you guys what I'm doing. And then I'll just take it very lightly and go to the front and kind of go up. And then I'll go back in with that spoolie and I'll very lightly comb that color through. And then what I'll do is I'll take this beauty blender and I'll kind of tap it. I didn't do it to this one yet. And I'll kind of tap it to lighten that up. And it kind of helps set them in place as well. And that's how I do my brows. Easy. Just follow the shape of my natural brows. Fill in, lighten up. I don't do anything special to my brows. That's all I do. Okay, we're going to do the powder blush, and I'll show you guys that. And then I'm going to end this video, and this will be part 1 of getting ready with me. So I'm going to take kind of a flat brush like that. It's kind of flat on the top. And I'm going to dip into these two shades right here. Tap off the excess. And then I'll just go where that cream blush is and just kind of tap it there. And if you get it too much, like I did, just go back in with that same powder brush and just kind of blend it out. Just like so. And just blend the rest of your face out while you're at it again, just to make sure everything is blended together and it all is to your liking. And that's it. That's the base face. So stay tuned for part 2 and we will do the eyes.